Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hey, my name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
And my name is Mars, and my pronouns are they, them. And it's time to draw a card from the deck of friendship. I messed that up real bad.
Deck of Frankenstein.
Deck of Frankenstein.
Of fun. I didn't do a cuss.
No, this is a podcast where each week we talk about an episode of a game-based friendship anime. And this week, we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, Episode 6, First Duel.
The best episode of the whole show.
According to Marble, it's the best episode of the whole show. So, we're going to...
So far or ever?
We're peaking early, I think.
All right. I mean,
this is... I should say that this is not a substantiated claim. I just liked it. Honestly, it's probably not even the best episode we've seen so far. I just like it.
Do we want to do a quick little plot summary?
Plot summary speedrun.
Speedrun.
All right. Joey and my duel. Joey wins.
That was definitely... I mean, yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, so the whole...
Marble gained 3 new girlfriends.
So, in this duel, this takes place, fresh after beating, Weevil. They are walking out of the forest, and Joey's like, I'm gonna duel the next person I see.
He does say it just like that.
Yeah.
And,
Did you voice Joey?
I did in the upcoming game Legacy of the Duelist. I can't make that claim. But that is a real game. That is. I don't know anything about it, but it's coming. So they walk out into a clearing out of this forest, and they see all of these duels happening. And Joey is like, I gotta get in there. And Taya and Tristan, for like the first half of the episode, just spend the entire time sort of negging Joey.
They do.
They're just being mean to him and saying that he can't
Friendship.
do it. And
Real friends make fun of each other.
Real friends, you know what? Screw that. Real friends support each other always.
Always. Maybe that's why the Joey symbolically didn't get all the cards back, because the rest of them can be a little bit rude sometimes, and he doesn't appreciate it.
Okay, can I just point out, I guess, or not point out, just ask the question. So we previously said that Exodia is a symbol of the bonds that the Team Yugi has,
right?
And Joey saving the 2 extra cards, or the 2 cards from the ocean, symbolizes his special bond with Yugi.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But my question is, because there are only 4 of them in this friend group, who's the 5th member? Who does the 5th card represent?
It's
Grandpa.
Is it Grandpa?
It's
Sure.
adult Yugi.
Oh, is it Big Yug?
It's Big Yugi.
Big, tall Yug. Maybe it's Mai. Mai doesn't have any friends yet, but she could.
She could.
It could be Mai. I mean, they didn't...
It's Kaiba.
No, it's not Kaiba. But yeah, so...
It's Pikachu.
So
is it Serenity?
If it is, she's in the ocean now.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah, so... See,
She's in the ocean. She's dead.
It's gotta be someone that Joey, is friends with but doesn't care about enough to save. I mean, not to say he tried very hard to save all 5 cards.
Right. He did risk his life. And
he did risk his life, and I don't want to imply that him trying his hardest wasn't enough. In fact, as symbolic and wonderful as it was, he really shouldn't have jumped 30 feet into the ocean.
It was Jesus.
So,
The last card
Joey
is Jesus.
Joey and Jesus start with a J.
Joey has become Catholic.
Okay, so...
Anyway, back on track.
So, they hear a laugh behind them. And who is it? It's Mai.
It's Mai.
It's Mai. Who is just fresh off of beating up some random person in a black and yellow striped shirt.
With her fists.
Yeah, she does use her fists. to beat him up.
That's not true.
Yeah, no, they did. She did send someone to the hospital. It was weird because you do remember that this is edited by 4Kids, so it's supposed to be a little bit more tame. You think that they would have cut out the part where Mai violently beats another person until he's hospitalized, but they let it go there, you know.
And there's like blood on her glove for the rest of the episode,
and
yeah,
you can't stop looking
crimson.
at it. You can't stop looking at it.
I don't know if you knew this, but in the original Japanese version, Mai's last name is Violent, not Valentine.
Wow, interesting.
My Valentine.
Violent time.
My Violent Time.
Wow.
So Mai sees the gang and challenges Joey to a duel
And then Joey wins.
because Joey is perceived to be the weakest duelist on the island.
Mm-hmm.
And what's Mai's philosophy?
And Mai says her philosophy is oh my gosh, I can't remember the 100% wording, but she's basically like always take out the weakest duelist first.
I think that's what she said.
It might have been.
That's pretty much, yeah, that's like basically the gist of it.
And she views Joey as the weakest duelist because she heard Yugi and Joey talking about how Yugi had to give him a star chip.
Continuity. So then they duel, and let's get into that. So Joey, starts off. He's summoning a Misaki legendary swordsman, and Mai summons her Harpies lady. And
She sure does.
So here's the thing. In this episode, they make a big deal about how wind monsters are more effective against earth monsters. So basically any monster that can fly, or flying monsters, they will have an advantage against a monster who is like stuck on the ground.
Is that a real thing?
It might have been at the time.
Okay,
But it's certainly not now. I feel like that's one of the things, because okay, hold on. I need to Google really quick which came first, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or
Harpy Lady or the Time Wizard.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the Pokemon trading card game.
Probably Pokemon, but how do we fill up the space marble?
By Mars editing it out.
So back from the from the Google dimension, and confirmed Pokemon came first. So I'm 100% betting that originally because every monster has a type, earth, wind, fire, all that.
It's a good song.
I'm 100% sure that this sort of stuff of earth monsters being weak to wind monsters and stuff like that is 100% a takeaway from like how Pokemon works.
Yeah.
And they eventually distance themselves from that to really separate the comparison.
Right.
That's my thinking on it, because as far as I'm aware, there is in the current version of the game, there's no instance of like an earth monster being automatically weak to a wind monster. So basically, for the first couple of turns, Joey is summoning all of these weak monsters and making all of these mistakes, while Mai is beefing up her Harpies lady with Cyber Shield and then later Elegant Egotist.
She also implies that she's doing so by using psychic powers on her cards and determining exactly which card is which, and she's like, I'm going to play this card without even looking at it.
Yeah, so this is something that was kind of set up in previous episodes, like when she beat Rex Raptor on the boat, where she played this game where she guessed all of the cards in her deck in the exact order.
Which we got a glimpse of her deck there, too.
My theory that she had a Millennium item was swiftly proven wrong.
It's called Millennium Perfume.
So
Millennium cheating.
After it is cheating, so the heart of the cards is definitively not cheating. Putting perfume on your cards? Oh, that's cheating. That's definitely cheating.
If you put a distinct perfume on each card, I don't think that's how perfume works. I think that it would be immediately hard to tell which
just
one
headache.
is.
It would be so
But
hard to tell. So
in the
yes.
canon of the show, it does differentiate each card to the point where she can just automatically pick out which is which. That's super cheating. If I was Joey, I'd be like, "Hey, ref,
Well,
give me
you
this
have
girl's
to
star
keep in
chips."
mind there are no refs on this island. Apparently.
I feel like that's going to become very bad very quickly.
Well, you have to keep in mind that so the episode actually opens up with Pegasus laughing in a room.
He is monologuing to himself, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just so you know for sure he's a villain, he does like look into a pocket watch, like he like stares into it
And then
for a little
slams
while.
it to punctuate a sentence. Like,
Right.
that's a villain thing. 100%.
Yeah, he wants you to know. He wants you to know. I'm evil because I have a pocket watch.
Yeah. Everyone has digital watches now, Pegasus. No, only
me.
only villains still have old technology.
People think I have a wallet chain, but nope, it's a pocket watch.
Okay, wait. I want to take a quick aside with this theory.
Okay.
Joey has Time Wizard, which is a card that has a clock on it, and he can put that deck in his pocket.
Oh no.
Does he have a pocket watch?
No, he has a pocket wizard.
Okay.
I like that.
Because you know, I don't like the taking away the Time Wizard's autonomy, and you know, only reducing him down to being a clock.
Yeah, Ray, you better watch your mouth. That was my Joey impression.
Marble, I don't have time for this.
Okay.
Well, then let me give you a hand.
But yeah, like Pegasus. Oh, I got that. I just got that. Pegasus at the beginning is like talking up, like monologuing to himself about how, like, you know, only like now the duelists are like picking each other off, and only the strongest duelist would remain. I don't think he cares about the rules of the game.
You better watch it before I clock you in the face.
See, that's I'm going to ignore the threat of violence.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, please.
It seems like my whole train of thought, he doesn't care much for the rules for somebody who made an entire game.
Well, yeah, his whole, because he's gathering the strongest duelists for an express purpose. Like
Games.
He's got an ulterior motive.
Right.
Like he doesn't care about the actual game.
He doesn't care about a child stealing the rule book.
Now,
No.
I do wonder if, like, the virtual playing field machines, like, stop moves that can't happen.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like, it's a thought.
But yeah, and that's the thing. Since it's automated, I'm going to go with that theory. I think that, like, you're probably right, and like it'll like stop you from doing like illegal moves. But it's automated. It's not built to detect someone who's literally cheating by putting perfume on their cards.
Right. But also it could be like a Pokemon Stadium situation where if you like Game Shark your Pokemon in your Game Boy cartridge to have like moves they shouldn't, you can still get a Diglett using Fly animated in your Pokemon Stadium game. I know that was a difficult one to grapple with.
Yeah. Okay, so this plot summary has sort of jumped around a little bit, but so Joey like figures out this whole plot, and he figures it out because he closes his eyes and he concentrates and he smells the cards from across the way. He smells
Which
the
is
cards
so wild.
in the middle of a field, in the middle of nature. He smells the perfume coming off the cards from all the way across a like huge dueling arena. So I think what we can infer from this is that Joey is a dog.
Oh, see, what I wrote down in my notes when that reveal happened is that he has the Millennium nostrils.
That's way better than my joke.
I gotta see if I wrote down a joke. Hang on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Nope.
Aw,
So sorry.
that's okay.
I'm sure
So-
I'll think of something like a day after this episode comes out.
So Joey summons Baby Dragon, and
Baby
then Mai,
Dragon!
Baby
The way
Dragon.
Baby Dragon. That's
I-
how he says it. I love it so much.
I love the way Joey says everything he says. Mai activates Elegant Egotist, which apparently turns one Harpies lady into 3 Harpies ladies.
And that's how Marble got 3 girlfriends.
Oh, okay. So, the way the card works now is, if Harpy Lady is on the field, special summon 1 Harpies Lady or a Harpies Lady sisters from your hand or deck. So, I guess the 3 Harpies Ladies were supposed to be considered 1 monster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway.
Yes, because Harpy Sisters is another card, but she does mention them as the Harpy Sisters also at some point.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah, which was a little confusing because I do remember there being a card called Harpy Sisters. So, Marble, get ready. You're gonna get more girlfriends.
Thank God.
Yeah, well...
It's about time I got new Harpy girlfriends in my life.
Okay, so for the final turn, Joey draws the Time Wizard. And the Time Wizard does some crazy stuff in the anime.
Yeah, I have to ask, is that a real card? And if so, is that what it does?
It's a real card. That is not what it does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a little much, I think. Your gods have just aged to their natural death.
Yeah, so...
Right.
So in this episode, when the effect of the Time Wizard is activated, 1,000 years passes in the fiction of the duel, causing Baby Dragon to turn into Thousand Dragon, and to age the Harpies ladies by 1,000 years, reducing their attack by a lot. And then Thousand Dragon attacks and destroys all 3 Harpies ladies, and then Mai's life points, like, in one hit, goes from max to 0, and she loses.
It was pretty sick.
So, what did we all think about this episode?
I'm gay.
This was a very good episode for Willowa people.
I'm a Willowa people.
Yeah.
And it was very good for me, in case you're all wondering.
I really enjoyed this episode because I love Mai Valentine.
I do too. Damn.
Shit,
she's a good character.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she really is. We've only seen her in, I think, 3 episodes now. But like, I don't know, she just has such a like really fun, engaging personality, and the actress behind her voice just is
she's having fun,
having so much fun with, like, that's what I like. That's why I really enjoy the 4Kids dub, is because it really does genuinely seem like everyone is having a really, really good time.
Yeah. This is sort of like the first situation where a character is directly asked what their motivations are. When Joey starts this duel, he asks Mai why she wants the prize money, what she's up to, why she's in this.
And which also, can I say, makes it way easier for us, because we don't have to infer anything. A character literally asked another character directly, "Hey, what are your motivations?" So that people who are covering this show don't have to think about it.
Right.
What are your motivations? Are you gonna have a character arc? Please.
Right.
I have a pen and paper right here.
Hey, think of Marble trying to write notes about this episode.
Yeah, so Mai's motivations are shown as a direct contrast to Yugi and Joey's, which both are shown to be like extremely altruistic, and Yugi wants to save his grandpa, Joey wants to save his sister's eyesight. Weevil
wants to build a bug sanctuary.
And he wants to avenge all the dead bugs, and he wants to have a private studio where he can record evil laughs.
So Weevil's motivations. So he wants to, here's his plan. He wants to, get revenge for all bugs stomped, swatted, or fumigated.
Right.
He wants to, and this is a Mars insert, but I just believe it so much, he wants to build a bug sanctuary where bugs can live in peace. And he wants...
Yes, I accept it as canon.
And in his bug sanctuary, where he also lives at peace with the bugs, he has a recording studio where he records, and what I like to imagine is he records for villain roles in in-universe anime.
Yeah, and he just does his evil
goodness.
laughs. Here's the thing, he doesn't submit any voice lines. His portfolio is all evil laughs.
It's just all
if
evil
they-
hats.
And
they
the
hear his-
occasional bug
yeah.
name.
Right. Sometimes he'll say some bug names, but if they hear him speak and he only says bug names, they're gonna be a little bit off put. So he's gotten in the habit of only sending evil laughs.
See, here's the thing: is Weevil ultimately wants to retire from playing duel monsters. He wants to live on a farm with a bunch of bugs.
You know how like
I'm sorry.
no, you're good. You know how like in anime when there's a cat girl, they like exclusively speak in cat puns. I feel like we've been cheated in that Weevil doesn't exclusively speak in bug puns.
Here's the thing,
He
though.
did do a lot of bug puns,
Yeah,
though.
the two Weevil episodes did a lot of bug puns, and it
That's
wasn't
fair.
just Weevil.
Although, yeah, to be fair, also, it wasn't Weevil just doing the bug puns. Everybody was doing the bug puns.
I mean, the writer's room had to have been having a blast with this, and if they weren't, I'm disappointed.
Right.
So Mai, right? So Mai.
Yes.
So Mai's motivations are provided to us as a contrast between Yugi and Joey's, which we don't really know anybody else's motivations in canon. But Mai just wants the money. She just wants the V-Bucks. She wants so much money that she doesn't have to work anymore or worry about like having a job or anything. She wants the luxury. She wants to live the good life, you know? You know? And it's presented as not great. You know, she's a materialist.
Right. I mean, she is
I think
absolutely being selfish.
right. And Joey calls her out too, I believe. He's like, "Hey, you're being selfish.
you're
Think
just
of the
being
proletariat.
Think of the working class.
Think of the working class."
Happy Workers' Day, everyone.
Happy Workers'
Happy
Day, everybody.
International Workers' Day. This puts us. This definitely gives us a timestamp now.
Well,
Yeah.
we shouted out Earth Day
That's true.
on a previous episode, and now we're doing International Workers' Day. And you know what? You can't, like, this episode might be months old by the time it's released.
Here's the thing.
But
Every day is Earth Day, and every day is International Workers' Day.
Right.
that's a much better point than what I was going to. But what I will also say, which was my point, is that there is no time limit on Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right.
Is forever. So, like...
Also, did you guys notice, like, today's International Workers' Day, and do you realize what time it is? It's time to unionize.
It is time to unionize, which is why I want to talk about the Game Developers Union. No particular reason. I just think that game developers should unionize specifically.
Yeah, they should.
Yes, they should.
Hey, game developers, you should unionize.
You should
and I know
unionize.
that it's easy for us to say that since we're not in the games industry, but you should unionize.
But hey, it'll be beneficial for you.
It will, because here's the thing. There is so much work and hours that goes into making a video game, and oftentimes publishers and executives will treat their workers like absolute garbage and force them to work massively ridiculous hours, and
Right.
it's
especially during crunch time.
Especially
when
during crunch
development
time.
periods are coming to a close.
And at that point, your only hope will be to enter a children's card game tournament and try to go for the top prize money of $3 million. So you can live a life of luxury.
Maybe Mai used to be a game developer.
Go on.
Yes,
Maybe
she is a lesbian after all, and as we all know, only lesbians develop
can be game
games.
developers.
Only lesbians work in the game development industry. So maybe Mai used to work at
Fortnite.
At Fortnite. She used to work at Fortnite. And well, we know that Epic Games don't treat their employees well, especially
No, they don't.
especially since Fortnite dropped.
Hey, folks, have y'all ever wondered why Harpy Lady doesn't appear in Fortnite? It's time for the truth. The truth come out.
The truth
They
come out.
got rid of Mai Valentine from Fortnite.
So
Wow.
my Valentine quit Fortnite, and now she is like screw this system of where I am being reduced to a replaceable cog in a horrible overworked machine, and maybe I should enter a card game tournament to try and win money.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna take us back to
No.
real realm
And
now.
then she's going
No.
to liberate her fellow colleagues by starting her own game studio with, like she's not going to be anti-union and all that other junk.
No, okay. I say that we move back to what Marble was talking about before I started talking about the fact that Mai Valentine is a gamer.
I did like that bit though, and we were keeping that.
Hi, it's me, Marble.
Hello, Marble Gamer Cantus.
Marble
Hi.
Gamer Cantus.
Mai's gay.
Mai is gay.
Mai said gay rights.
Mai said gay rights, and she also said trans rights because she's not a TERF.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Right.
Do you have any
as long
other
as that's
Mai
established.
thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So this isn't related to the economic, etc. But I do have to say that, like, my headcanon that Mai is a lesbian is much stronger now that I've seen the monster she plays.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, here's the thing, okay? My brief history with card games was that, I used to play them as a child, and then I got most of them taken away. And then as an adult, I got back into them, but I didn't get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I got into a game called Card Fight.
Right,
and
yeah.
let me just say that, like, there's a meta in Card Fight, and I didn't follow the meta. I filled my deck with cute girls. I filled my deck. Here's the thing. There's a whole clan in Card Fight Vanguard called Pale Moon, and it's just cute circus ladies. It's just 100% cute circus ladies and nothing else. Like, right now, Mai is the most relatable character in the show. I get it. Like those harpy ladies, like, come on. And they multiply?
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm 100% betting that, she was, she was getting into Duel Monsters, and she was just, like, looking through the cards and seeing what was available, and she was determined to make a good deck out of the Harpies ladies.
Right.
Because she was just like, her big gay heart, actually her little gay heart, because she does not open her heart to many people. But
right, she has no friends.
She has no friends. But her gay heart was like, I gotta. Because here's the thing.
Look at these ladies.
Look at these ladies. Here's the thing. I absolutely base my decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Off of entirely aesthetic.
Same.
I built a deck based around vampires because I'm like, vampires hot.
Oh, you would get along with my roommate. not to out him. Oops.
So Mai is, she's definitely selfish, but again, like, there's not a whole lot of, like, she's clearly a lone wolf type.
Right. And after how she was treated in the games industry, you can't blame her for wanting to get out of there.
You're right. Yeah.
And so she was fresh out of her job, working on Peggle 2, and
working on Peggle 2 at Fortnite.
She was so sick of the way she was treated. And she got a mysterious VHS tape in the mail, and she popped it in, and Pegasus was like, Industrial Illusions has a strict non-discrimination policy. And she was like, okay, I'm in.
I like to... I keep trying to have a thought, but then I keep thinking about this scenario, and it just... So Pegasus sends her this VHS tape.
Right.
Does he think that she has a Millennium item?
Yeah, she has the Millennium Perfume.
Millennium Perfume.
She has the Millennium Perfume. It's not acknowledged.
But you have to remember that she used a different perfume on every card, so she has like 30 Millennium Perfumes.
No, here's the trick with the Millennium Perfume.
Can I say my truth before you say your truth?
Yes.
My truth is that Millennium is just a brand of perfume.
Thank you.
I love that.
And Pegasus just got really confused.
Yep.
This also like creates the fact that Pegasus knows what the Millennium items are, and Millennium Perfume is one of them, and also there's a brand called Millennium Perfume in the world.
Right, yeah, the Millennium Perfume, it's out there. It's out there somewhere.
Somebody has it.
He's just so, like, he just didn't know that Millennium was also a brand of perfume.
Right.
Like, you know.
Which is hard to believe with Pegasus.
I believe that he doesn't go for perfume. I think he's one of those dudes who's just like so into his own quote-unquote natural scent.
I found Millennium Perfume on Amazon.
Oh my god. No. Marvel, don't do it.
I'm not going to. I don't have that kind of money.
You'll be sent to the Shadow Realm.
I don't have that gamer cash.
Speaking of gamer cash, how are you going to segue into something with this, buddy? It's time to go to the card corner.
That doesn't work at all.
It does for me. I mean, we were already talking about how Mai is a lesbian, and Card Corner is about the lesbianist card I've seen so far.
Let's talk about Harpy Lady.
Let's talk about Harpy Lady.
Gay. Sorry.
On the card, so the card type is gay. Its attribute is gay. Its type
level is gay.
It's a winged gay.
Yeah, no, its actual type is winged beast. Mm-hmm. It's a monster. It's a wind attribute. Attack is 1300. Defense is 1400. The flavor text on it is: this human-shaped animal with wings is beautiful to watch, but deadly in battle.
And also gay.
Yes.
I want to pull back the curtain and just say that we do watch these episodes together on Rabbit, and Rabbit has a function where you can send little emojis and they'll appear on the screen.
Yeah.
And whenever the Harpy Ladies were on the screen, I would just spam the heart emoji, and apparently both of them just knew it was me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obvious.
I saw the hearts when the Harpy Ladies went up, and I just knew.
Yeah, my brain went, that's Marvel.
Yeah.
She's cheering for beautiful women.
I am cheering for beautiful women.
So,
I'm proud of them and what they've accomplished.
With the card description, I do want to point something out really quick. It's described as a human-shaped animal with wings. So, okay. It's not, like, I don't know, like, that's just such a weird way to describe the Harpy Lady, you know? Because it's like, I don't know, it's, I guess, sort of implying that, like, or maybe, like, it's maybe implying that, like, the Harpy Lady doesn't have, like, autonomy, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, she's just, like, you know, like, she's
a winged beast in the shape of a human.
Right.
I mean, she's a mythological cryptid.
I think that she has thoughts and feelings,
like,
and I think that she wants to
Yeah.
go to college and
Mm-hmm.
and get a job in the field she wants, and
you know,
settle down with a
down.
nice woman
Yeah.
named Marble.
I do want to shatter this image real quick.
Okay.
And work under the operation that she's a cryptid. Marble, is she real?
Yes.
Where can we find her?
If Marble knew where to find Harpy Lady, do you think she would be sitting here on this podcast right now?
Here's the thing, she already has Harpy Lady with her.
It's true. I have to ask her not to
screech
while I'm doing podcasts.
And she loves you so much that she respects that ask.
Well, it's important to have boundaries in a relationship, you know, and
For
ours
sure.
has been really flourishing because
Okay, Marvel,
do this. I can't do this.
Listen, I'm reeling it back in. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I do need you to come up with the question of the week for the card corner, because Harpy Lady is your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, the question of the week for this card corner is Ray, Mars.
Marble.
Both of you have now seen my girlfriend. Do you like her? Isn't she beautiful?
Yes, I support this relationship.
Yes, I support it, of course.
When are you going to invite us over for dinner?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's been so hard to make time.
Listen, me and Judge Man are just going to show up at some... Judge Man is not my boyfriend, first of all.
No, Judge Man's your dad.
Yeah, but he's still invited.
Right. I'm just good friends with Judge Man, and we're both just like.
Okay.
Can
you please
I
let me
can I
know if you
please
have any
can you
dietary
please
restrictions?
can you please entertain the fiction that Judge Man is your dad?
Okay, alright, so in this fiction, Judge Man is my dad, Harpy Lady is Marble's girlfriend. What is Ultimate Perfect Moth to you, then,
Oh,
Mars?
Ultimate Perfect Great Moth is my sort of kooky bi roommate.
I was gonna say roommate. It's like the roommate that like you don't know that much about personally, but they have that energy about them.
Mm-hmm. And she's just always bringing over all sorts of different people, and it's just like, this is supposed to be like, it's our space, but it's also it's supposed to be like my private space sometimes too. Ultimate Great Moth.
I want to start operating under the idea that all these monster cards that we're using in the card corner are cryptids that are real in the world, and we have relationships.
We have personal relationships that we can define in the context of the real world.
This is
Yes.
an
No matter
entire
what.
AU that we need to form.
Yes.
We're building it here in Deck of Friendship.
We're building it here now.
My girlfriend says that's a good idea.
Now, is this in the same universe as Pegasus and Ursula?
Okay, so I have a thing. We're done with Card Corner. Are you ready? We're going back to Kingdom Hearts, baby.
Wait. Before we're done with Card Corner, I just want you both to know that Harpy Lady sent me a beautiful sculpture that she built in Minecraft. It looks really great, and I'll show you both after the show.
Please, thank you.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that Harpy Lady is a gamer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was so excited for either me or somebody else to bring up Kingdom Hearts. I whipped up my notebook when you said Ursula.
Kingdom Hearts.
There's a scene in this episode. It's a flashback.
Marble, do you even know about Kingdom Hearts?
See, here's the thing, is that I wanted to do a funny bit where I leave the call, but you wouldn't be able to tell in the recording, so, also please leave this in, this explanation of my bit.
So there's more tie-ins to Kingdom Hearts here.
Okay.
There's a flashback scene with Joey and Serenity where they go to the beach and they have a fun time. And then at the end they have a heartfelt moment and they make a promise. And
they share some
they share a Paupu fruit.
Some blue salt ice cream or whatever.
That's what it's called, blue salt ice cream.
That's Scrooge McDuck's favorite, blue salt ice cream. That's not a Scrooge accent.
I'm sorry that I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts. I've just seen images of them with blue ice cream.
Yes, that's fair. Anyway, Joey and Serenity do a pinky promise, and my brain was shot back to Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah.
1 Kairi Sora Paupu fruit promise.
Except they don't share a Paupu fruit in Kingdom Hearts 1.
And neither do Joey and Serenity. It's symbolic.
I know. So, I'd like to point out that in my notes I wrote down that and I feel like I remember it pretty vividly. Child Joey has the exact same voice as current age Joey.
So does Serenity.
And here's the thing, is that I'm not against them using the same voice actors, but usually when there's flashbacks in shows, actors will like change their voice to sound like a child's. Like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, friends are my power. I'm 10." But Joey's voice actor is just kind of rolling with it, and is like, "Yeah, I'm a kid. Hey, we're gonna go to the beach. All right.
Thanks for taking me to the beach, big brother."
Yeah, absolutely. Serenity?
It's Sora.
I didn't forget your name.
It's Sora.
Now, Marble, why is it that you can never remember Serenity's name?
I don't know. I honestly don't. And I did remember it this time, so I'd like you to take that back, please. Thanks.
If I just kept saying, "My sister Serenity," over and over.
It's my sister Serenity.
Will it stick?
No, because I did remember her name. I'd like to point that out just because it came out of my mouth very slowly. I didn't need help remembering it, so...
Okay, you just had to start up the engine for a second.
All right.
Yeah.
You've thoroughly taken us down a peg, Marble.
Okay, I do I have a few more things before we wrap up.
For sure.
Continuity. Taya still throwing shade at Mai and saying a voice that annoying can only be Mai.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
she just
geez.
says a voice that annoying, and then we cut to Mai, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. Throughout this entire episode, Taya is still very much anti-Mai.
Yes.
That said, when Mai is like saying that like Joey doesn't stand a chance, and he is getting freaked out or whatever, like Taya does agree with her and does go against Joey.
Right.
It's true. Yeah, it's like she's like, I can't even disagree with that.
Right.
No one believes in Joey except for Yugi.
Except for
Right.
Yuki. And,
And me.
Beautiful.
I was very taken by Tristan's like blind support of his friends, because he still clearly has no idea how the game works or what's going on in any context.
No, at one point he's just like, "You've got plenty of moves left." I don't know why this is the voice for Tristan. Hold on, let me start over.
You've got plenty of moves left.
Because his voice, he has like sort of his voice is like the voice that you give a character when you want them to sound stupid.
Right.
But he's not stupid.
He's got plenty of moves left. And I think they're kind of like, they're like, how do you know? And he's immediately like, I have no idea what's going on in this game. Yugi, how do we know that he's doing well?
Yeah.
Please help.
He's just supporting his friends.
Right.
And, like,
He believes.
honestly, yeah, like that's the thing is like Tristan fully believes in Joey, although he does also neg Joey a whole lot in this episode.
Right.
Yes.
Until this point. At this
Right.
point, he has just become the supportive friend Tristan.
Right.
Right.
And so I guess I'm, because, like, I feel like in friend groups, like, people sort of poke fun at each other all the time. Like, not in every friend group, but I think that's a pretty, like, like, regular thing. So I guess I wonder how much of Taya and Tristan's negging of Joey is just them, like, being kind of cheeky, and how much of it is actual, like, not believing in him.
Well, Joey's very outspoken, so I think at some point, if it really bothered him, he'd be like, hey, my sister's eyesight is on the line. Could we maybe dial it back a little bit, please?
You're
Please.
right. You're right. I feel like you're right. But the fact that, like, Joey does not seem particularly bothered by them constantly giving him a little
Little shade.
A little shade. Thank you. There's an S word I can use. Throwing him a little shade. Like, the fact that he doesn't mind probably does indicate that, like, they're just sort of, messing with him a little bit.
I have two more points that are kind of related. I really like how Mai's playstyle is kind of a direct opposition to how Joey started learning how to play dual monsters, and he had a bunch of monsters and no magic and trap cards, and Mai is kind of the opposite of that, where she only has like one or two monsters and she's only using magic cards, and that's the flaw, and Joey realizes that.
Well, no, Joey doesn't realize it. Yugi does tell him.
Well, yes, he still needs help. He's still learning. But
For sure.
that is part of how he defeats her. And that's growth, baby.
Mm-hmm. The other way that he defeats her is that in order to draw the Time Wizard, similar to Yugi drawing the last piece of Exodia, he does use the Heart of the Cards. It's not like as grand as when Yugi did it, but he does use the Heart of the Cards.
Yes, and he draws the card that he exactly needs, which is the card that Yugi gave him on the boat. Time Wizard.
Feral Imp.
Time Wizard.
The Time Wizard.
It's the Time Wizard, Yug.
And then we get Thousand Dragon, and he beats Mai, and then he has his own mind break moment for Mai. And we don't see and hear glass shattering, but he has some strong words and feelings that he shares with Mai, and she's just a little bit dumbfounded.
What did we learn today, folks? What did we learn?
Harpy Lady.
I want you both to know that this is the first time you're meeting Harpy Lady, but we've been in a committed relationship for at least 4 months.
That's nice.
It
So
is.
nice.
It is, isn't it? I didn't even know that she was an actress, and
Oh my God,
seeing her
she's
in
so
her TV
bashful.
show. I know, seeing her in her show was just wow. It really, her face lit up. It was just, it was so, I don't know, so good.
We learned that we are going to keep facing people who cheat, but the gang is going to overcome that through friendship and teamwork, because that Joey still needed help because he's still new and learning, and Yugi helped him. And I can't wait for the day when they face like just a good duelist that doesn't cheat but is just good, and how they deal with that.
Yeah, like what happens if Joey or Yugi duels a legitimately good person?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if? Here's the thing: what happens if Joey's like, "What are you fighting for?" And the person's just like, "My grandma."
Her eyesight's bad, and she was taken by Pegasus.
I need the money for her surgery after I free her from Pegasus's grip.
Right, and Yugi and
Hey,
Joey are
folks.
like, "Oh no."
Hey, folks, isn't this a metaphor for how capitalism pits the lower class against each other?
Yeah, probably.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
That's the episode.
That's the episode. All right, everyone. All right. So it looks like our hand has been played. Thank you for listening to Deck of Friendship. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a rating on iTunes. It would mean a lot. And if you do, we'll read it out on the show. If you want to reach out to us, you can find us on Twitter at FriendshipDeck or at deckoffriendshippod@gmail.com. Our turn is over. Your move.
Socialism.